Bird here, and today I want to talk about a brand new series from my favorite comic book company, Image, and it is called Chachu. I believe that this may be some kind of Arabic language for uncle, but I went into it blind. I bought it for a few reasons. One, I have a certain level of trust with Image Comics, so if I see something intriguing, I'm more willing to take a chance on it from Image Comics. Two, I appreciate the cover and the aesthetic, and it looked interesting. Sometimes I do judge a book by its cover. This time, I'm happy to say it paid off. And the third reason I wanted to try it out and give it a chance is because it is a number one issue. And so, those hold potentially a little bit more volume, but I was pleasantly surprised. And I'm glad Iman Vellani. The artist is Mariana Nazi. The colorist is Jordi Belair. And the letter is Louis Gattoni. And I love the style of it. It looks like a crime noir and really plays like it. It is a period piece that takes place in September 1979, Los Angeles, California. And the thing that I love, starting with page one, is the orange tint that is over everything. That really gives you a sense of time, that 1979 era, and the fog and the grime of Hollywood. And it really, sets that vibe of a crime noir. And you get to know this character, and the main character is a Muslim character. And one thing I loved about it is a lot of times when you have a comic book that features somebody other than a stereotypical white lead, it has to be the main focus and drawing point. And it has, like with Miss Marvel, you knew going into the book that she was a Muslim. And here, it's just part of this person's life. It's not a big deal. It's not strange. She is a Muslim from Canada who is on a quest to look for this mysterious figure who we find out is her Chachu, her uncle, who has been estranged and disappeared from the family for some 20 years. And she is in California, um, is getting ready to start school, but she took it upon herself to track down her uncle, and she got a clue of who he was from a newspaper article that featured him marrying a Hollywood starlet. And that is where the true mystery starts. They don't waste a lot of time introducing the two characters. And by the way, I'm not going to give away probably any more plot points because I really want you to be able to pick it up and enjoy it yourself. But the meeting isn't drawn out. It's not even the main focus of the story. It's what comes after the crime noir element, having to do with his famous wife and her controlling father, and her sudden disappearance and where she's off to. And we find out that she has a secret hidden life from her husband, our protagonist Chachu, and even her father. And so there are lots of intriguing threads, and that while there are lots of threads pulling the story in many directions, none of it is too much, none of it is outlandish. All of it fits within this story. It has a very, very cool look to it, with this orange tinting all the way throughout, really drawing you into the story itself. I think, when I get into a book, I want to be able to feel like I'm entering a different world than what I'm in. And here, with the combination of the art style and that orange tint and the basic backgrounds, the simplistic backgrounds, it really makes the words pop out, and the story being told. And so the art and the words work beautifully together. And I can say that without a doubt, the writing, primarily the mysteries, the slow reveal of things, and the way to just drop you in were done top notch. You pair that with the art. This is a series that when I opened the first page, I was planning on reading this one and didn't know what I was going to do beyond that. But I'm going to make sure that Chachu is in my pull box every month because they make you care about the characters in a very short time and you want to know what's going to happen next. And every character, despite it being a standard sized book, has a deep lore that is introduced just in this number one issue. Is this a genre that interests you? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like the content and would like to contribute, you can buy me a coffee using the QR code on the screen. But most importantly, watching, liking, subscribing, maybe even sharing are more than enough. But most importantly, keep reading them books. I will. I'm out.